Taurus baby. Taurus baby, this is not a time to give up. This is not a time. No, no, no. This is not a time to give up. Surrender? Yes. Give up? No. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because you have a lot to work with, okay? That's the message for you. You got a lot to work with. Let's walk down memory lane for a second. It's time to go down memory lane. And it's time to remember all those memories. And it's time to give them a place, a position, a station, a location that all leads back to you, Taurus. So, let me talk to my Tauruses that have acquired a certain level of skill, trade, mastery, success. You're good at something, okay? And you're going to be very victorious at it. You know this, okay? There are a couple obstacles along this path towards victory, but it is yours nonetheless, okay? I feel like I need to tell you this because there's some underhanded behavior going on, and I do not necessarily feel like it's you, but it may be thoughts coming up for the month of March, okay? You may look back on the situation and be like, you know what? What's the point? What is the point of this? Why am I even doing this? We got to talk about your why, my love. We got to talk about your why. Why did you start that business? Why did you start that project? Why did you learn that trade? Why did you perfect that skill? Why did you go and get that education? Why did you have those experiences that kind of have played a vital role in the unique advice that you could be providing to the world? All right, your soul tribe, the people that are meant to find you on your journey. So without further ado, let's get into this channel message. If you guys are new, welcome to Talk Taurus Tarot. TT here with another channel message. If you're returning, welcome back, you guys. It's Sunday. It's Sunday when you watch this. It's Sunday. Shout out to everyone in the comments. I see all of you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I do. And y'all let me know in the comment section if you guys are interested in... I'm trying to come up with something. I want to give you guys something exclusive, something that only you guys that really want it would have access to. So if that's something you're interested in, I'm kind of thinking about... a lot of ideas have been coming to my mind, but I want to give answers, okay? Answers, not just about tarot as far as what's going on in the ethers, but answers for you that can bring you value and help you create your own from there. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like for those of you that are into tarot, whether that be, you know, rituals, whether that be how I personally connect with mediumship, what tips, tricks, things like that I have discovered along my journey that you possibly would be interested in. I'm thinking about doing a separate video and offering that as a freebie for everyone that watches the Taurus show, the Taurus channel in general. So, you know, just let me know in the comments. Feedback, I love it. I'm open for it. But let's jump into this message nonetheless. And yes. I don't know. Now I gotta, let me come back down. Let me come back down for a minute. Because this is something that I feel like, whatever this is, you would be really good at giving some advice about it. All right. This could be advice about relationships. This could be advice about, you know, overcoming something. Someone scraps books. Someone scraps books. No, someone does scrapbooking. If you do scrapbooking, that's going to be very successful. All right, this is definitely to encourage you on your journey. Spirit has brought me here on this great Sunday to encourage you in regards to something that you're teaching yourself, something that you're good at. You could be really trying to really establish your niche, your target market, whatever it is that you're doing. This could be for YouTube specifically or other platforms of creation that are user friendly. So I really feel like this is about like you not giving up or allowing your thoughts to sabotage. Like, okay, it's taking really long for me to get some answers. It's taking really long for me to get, clarity on a situation. What should I do? I'm ready to move forward. Like, I feel like you're blazing hot. You're ready to like do something. You do something. But I feel like your own negative thoughts may be trying to bully you right now. We don't do bullies over here on the Taurus channel. Okay, we don't do bullies. So we're going to talk about this energy right quick. You have the control through self-discipline, hard work, and focus. Spirit is guarantee you. And if you can stay consistent, focus, disciplining yourself, and utilize that willpower, you're going to be victorious, okay? Whatever your ambition is. You don't want to with me. Alright, you could be getting something. Someone had negative experiences before with other people in the same niche or field. So something's very competitive. Something could be very khaki. So like a cactus energy I'm picking up on. So someone could be very catty. Or there's just always this competitive energy, this drive and this push for something. But it feels like maybe you have to constantly temper this energy, or you may be feeling like your flame is constantly being thrown out, or like water is constantly being thrown on your projects. You know what I'm saying? Or it'll get some traction and then it'll slow down, or it'll get some traction and it'll slow down. So if you're dealing with that, Spirit is saying there's a method to this madness. In this video, I think we're going to really tap into it. This is about your commitment. There is something distracting you, my love. There is something distracting you from being really committed to this. And I feel like whoever you are that's resonating with this part of the reading, you're trying to set yourself free. Some of you are trying to set yourself free from a relationship or a connection that may be feeling like it's too hard. All right. Especially if you are getting coaching or seeking therapy or doing anything like that. Like you're really trying not to give up, but it takes two to tango. All right. It takes two to tango. Someone got to be willing to dance with you. I like dancing too. But I feel like you're resilient, Taurus, and you don't want to give up on this. For those of you that are dealing with relationships, you are being advised to seek a counsel or help to really stay committed and allow that knowledge to give you what it is you need to take you down a path that's in alignment with you. Some of you may need to get a personal reading. You may need to really seek guidance or spiritual guidance. This could be actual physical guidance with someone to help you process these things. So that way those thoughts can have a place to live rent-free somewhere else. Okay. This is like evicting those negative thoughts, giving them their little suite or their little luxury cubicle and saying, listen here, negative. I know where you come from. All right. I picked you up when I was younger. But at this point, we got to have a conversation. I'm going to need you to sit over here in suite or unit number, wherever. And we're going to come back and forth and we're going to have a conversation. But what you're not going to do is you're not going to be running amok in my brain, destroying my new relationships. You're not going to be running amok in my brain, sabotaging what I want. We got to be in agreement. Okay? This could be sabotaging behaviors, right? And when certain things tend to remind you or trigger you of the past, there could be a tendency where you are trying to, there could be a tendency where you're like, you know what? I've seen that before. And like, oh, hell no, I ain't doing that again. And then that becomes like that sabotaging behavior that will just, kill a whole wet dream, and you haven't even given it the opportunity or the communication necessary to sort it out, to communicate. We don't always have to resort to violence, okay? Because Taurus, this is making me feel like when you see that, you're ready, like you start pulling out the knives, okay? The energetic swords, where you be ready to cut a person down with your words. You be ready to cut a person down and let them know about their auntie, mama, daddy, and where they could go when the good Lord don't want to talk to them no more. Where the good Lord split them. I think that's what they say. So this is you really reteaching yourself a new way to respond to adversity, a new way to respond to competition, a new way to respond to behaviors that you may not feel is so forthcoming. Because let me talk to you for a second, okay? I did a video, talk it out video, and I think it was called, I don't know, something about, are you ready to hear the truth, or something like that. I will pin it down in the comment section of this video. So if you want to see that particular video, you can watch it. But it was really breaking down the necessity of the Five of Swords energy. Five of Swords energy is a necessary evil. Okay? Sometimes it's positive from a perspective where, let's say you're trying to start a business, right? And you're the first in your family to do it, and you have no way of knowing the right way to do it, right? So the Five of Swords energy may show up for you, right, as a tool where, rather than walking away and feeling defeated and giving up on something that you may not be familiar with, the Five of Swords energy, you may absorb it. The Five of Swords energy will support you in a way where you will start to kind of get a little, like, pinky a little bit, like pinky up, a little brain energy. You become a little genius about how you can manipulate the energy to work for you and create a level of mystery, okay, to your competition, to your competitors, that will allow you to really draw in the audience that's meant for you. Okay, the people, the right people that is meant for you. And sometimes that is an underhanded, the way it reads energetically is always going to read as underhanded behavior, because you're not running into the room screaming, pick me. You're kind of going into there and you're allowing your energy to exude itself and speak loudly for you. That is a Five of Swords energy, where you're in the back of the room, you're not talking, but the presence is there. The person can feel you. There's no mistaking that I'm looking for a particular person, and it's going to make the person that's looking for you turn away all the other options and come directly for you. Many of you have that gift. You have that energy. You hold it. You possess it. And you have been using it. But right about now, in this particular arena, whether this is you, like I said, you have a new healthy relationship. You've been utilizing the Five of Swords energy. You're successful in your business. You know how to strategically move with an algorithm, dance with the wind and the stars, read energy, and flow. Okay? It's still an energy of achievement. It's still a game. You understand? There's something to gain from playing the game. However, when the Five of Swords energy consumes you and you are no longer the person wielding the energy, two things may have happened. One, you no longer need it, and you haven't been taught or been given the tools or the coaching to show you how you can gracefully release that energy and allow a new one to be birthed into your life. What do I mean when I say that? When you utilize the energy for so long, like anything, it has an attachment to you. Okay? It's like having someone around you. You were really best friends. You guys worked well together. And now that you don't need them, you're trying to gracefully let that person, place, or thing go. But the way that you do it is what makes the difference. How you let them go is really could make or break the future of that connection, right? So it's the same concept. The Five of Swords energy is saying, you needed me to defeat your enemies. You needed me to bounce back from nothing. You used me, right? You utilized my Five of Swords energy to not tell anyone your business and remain secretive, make certain plays under the table without letting other people in the world know. It got you to a certain point of success in your life. And let's say now you have your own car, your own house, you have all your finances in order, and you're ready for love. Well, now you have to give rest to that energy. You have to allow that energy to leave. But with the Five of Swords energy, the Five of Swords energy is an energy. All right? It's consumed. We consume it as people and we walk with it. We wield the spirit of the Five of Swords, but it does not belong to us. And when we try to hold on to it too long, it will speak destruction to you because it no longer has a place to do it in. So what does that mean, right? Let's say you're in a healthy relationship, or you're about to be in a healthy relationship, or you're working towards a healthy relationship. The Five of Swords energy wants to have its own purpose. It wants to have its own place. It's still a trait, an aspect that you may have been born with. Okay, you can have a lot of fire in your chart in specific placements where you're meant to really ruffle the feathers of other people, but it works for you, right? Let's say you're taking a picture of yourself, but you, in essence, it's an essence, right? You, in essence, give a certain flair to you when you walk with the Five of Swords energy, you guys. So it's like dancing. You see how she's like walking through this world, but she's kind of unscathed. She's untouched. That is the Five of Swords energy, where the devil is unable to tear you down. The devil is unable to tame you. It's that raw, I'm here, feel me energy, right? So when we take apart and we break down that is attached to a person, and we can only see that first layer, which is the physical layer, right? I can identify that this person is playing games. I don't want to play that game, so I don't want to talk to that person. You're able to identify it on the first level of manifestation. But in order for it to show up on the first level, it appeared to you in the spirit first. And then as the energy, you, on some level, utilized it. Utilized it to get yourself out of that poverty reality. You used it to get yourself out of those crazy situations with certain people. You may have had to be very secretive about it. You may have had to leave people on red. You may have had to ignore certain people that were trying to talk to you and not tell them your business. That's the Five of Swords energy. So now this energy is saying, okay, now you don't want to play games anymore. Now you want to settle down, right? Now you want to focus on relationships. But I'm still a part of you. I'm still in your mind. I'm still coursing through your veins energetically. I'm still a part of your auric field. Well, how you can give that place its rightful throne, right? Or its rightful memory, you have to give it some place where you can leave like nuggets for it, gems for it. So let's say, for example, give me a really easy example, Spirit. Okay, let's say you start to write books, right? And you're writing these books and you're allowing the Five of Swords energy to exude out of you into the pen as you're typing. The energy is exuding through you. And now you have the Five of Swords energy being channeled, okay, through your hands, whether it's written or typed, and it's formulating these stories and it's concocting these fantasies, right? Let's say you're concocting a sexual novel, and that sexual novel has so much to give you in that Five of Swords energy. Okay, you're able to pull, beyond your wildest dreams types of stories. And the Five of Swords will thrive there because it has no rules. The Five of Swords doesn't like to be restricted. The Five of Swords doesn't like to be bound. The Five of Swords doesn't like to be oppressed. The Five of Swords is rebellious, goes against society's status quo. It goes against society's norms. It's something that not everyone is capable of wielding, but if you have that ability to work with this energy, you need to give it a creative outlet. So you need to write that novel, or you need to write that book, or you need to create that vlog, and you need to allow it to run its course. The energy has to get out. Okay? It's your mind concocting so many different narratives, but you have to realize and be able to discern, are those your thoughts, or is that the energy of the Five of Swords that was once your friend, once your confidant? All right? Think about a time where you ever felt like somebody was playing you, Taurus. And you can't tell me you ain't never done this, because if you ain't a Taurus, then you probably ain't never done this. But I know you've done this. Okay? We all have. Where you found out someone was playing you. They were lying to you. Rather than picking up the phone and saying, did you do X, Y, and Z? Right? You thought they came to your mind, and it was like a spidey sense that goes off. So now you got this spidey sense that went off, and you're like, oh, okay. I feel like option one, A, B, and C might be playing me. Okay? But I'm not going to give my power away, and I'm not going to go up to them and be confrontational. No, I'm going to sit back. Okay? And I'm going to allow the Five of Swords energy to run rampant in their mind. Right? So now all of a sudden the spirit compels them, and they feel like I got to reach out to Taurus and let them know, like, I got to let you know, like, you remember last summer you gave me this and I told you I didn't have it. I was lying. That's the Five of Swords energy. The person will naturally come to you, even if it's years down the line, to reconcile and to make right a wrong against you, because that is the Five of Swords energy. You are not to be played with. So if you have that, if you possess that energy, and you're trying to, I'm retiring my games, I don't want to play no more, I just want to stay away from people. Well, what's going to happen is the Five of Swords is going to feel neglected. The Five of Swords energy is going to feel like you are abandoning, and underhanding it. Because you're no longer communicating. You're no longer allowing it to channel through you. You're no longer engaging in conversation. So I suggest you teach other people about it, or you give it a place or a memory. Okay? Because it will start to fester, and it will start to sabotage and make you sacrifice everything that you want. But it's really the Five of Swords energy coming back to taunt you. Okay? This is what you need to know. It's time to, you have to know when the season is over. You have to know when that energy is no longer serving you. And this is what Spirit is saying. Like, you got to give up the ghost of that energy. It's okay. Listen, ain't no judgment here. You will be surprised just how much we are naturally doing and adapting to situations, and we feel like we became this, but really we're just picking up energetic tags, and we're just walking through, and these things is in our community, it's in our relationships, it's in our environment, and it's learned behavior, it's behavior of how we communicate with each other. Okay? And into the extreme, yes, it can become aggressive. Yes, it can become pessimistic. It can become, bullying. It can become a form of abusing the power. So some people take it to the extreme. And then that's when they tell you that statement where, like, oh, there you go. You met your match. That match will show you that my Five of Swords, I work with it big time. You work with your Five of Swords sometimes. And that's when you meet that relationship, or you meet that person, and you're like, I'm not that bad. But you both possess that Five of Swords energy. Anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you. That is the Five of Swords energy. So it's your mind and your subconscious wants to be clean. It wants to be cleaned. Okay? It wants to be cleared so you can experience the Two of Swords. Okay? So you can really discern, and there could be nothing hidden from you. Like I said, these are relationships with energies that, it's just, we don't think about it, right? But our legs is a part of us. If our brain didn't communicate with our legs to tell it to walk, it wouldn't walk. You know what I'm saying? Outside of the physical damage it could experience, it's also something that's happening on a mental level, okay? That gets the whole engine moving, the whole body moving per usual. But we don't really see how interconnected that is on a level here. So there's some type of knowledge that you have acquired, and you will have a break, but I feel like this is more of a breakthrough for me. Okay? This period of being in separation or no contact, it's coming to a close. Alright, so for many of you that are dealing with a relationship where there was some games or some hot and cold energy involved, something is coming to a close. Especially if it was something that wasn't given to equally, okay? And listen, hear me out. It gotta come in. It gotta come in. Because if it doesn't come in, the energy never gets to be channeled out. I mean, unless you just, you got a lot of novels to write. So the best stories ever told were the ones that you experienced. So this is why Spirit is saying, don't forget that even though you've come this far and you're no longer identifying with your past because that's your past, still give your past a proper burial. Leave it for someone else to be able to find it and to be able to learn from you without having to go through the experience all the way themselves. Okay? Teach one, each one teach one type of energy. Yeah. Where you're able to say, hey, listen, I had to take off that face that I was wearing. I had to realize what I was being identified with. I had to unplug from this, and I had to do X, Y, Z in order to shift my perspective. That is a level of self-mastery that you have acquired. Someone here has acquired this self-mastery, and you're going through a breakthrough. Okay, and I need you to see something here, Taurus, because I feel like while you're going through a breakthrough, many people are having epiphanies. Okay, and in this present moment, they are grateful. They want to express that I'm grateful I got to meet you. I'm grateful I got to be in your life. You taught me that I had this issue. You showed me this about myself. So allow those things to give it its proper burial. Because that's not going to stop your breakthrough. These are the divine interventions. Okay, when lightning strikes, this is what has to happen. You make peace. Doesn't mean that you have to be with that person or that situation, but you're able to close a chapter once and for all. And you walk with such level of strength and dignity where you feel like, you know what? Looking on the bright side, this person, you're able to extract the lesson from it. And you feel like, damn, I did that. Okay? You did that. So many of you are concerned, okay, because there is a level of intimacy. You have a weakness for this person, and this person knows your weaknesses. And oh my God, look at her. Beep. This is what that is. It's easier to stay away because this person makes you weak in your knees. And it's okay to admit it. You don't got to admit it to me. But Spirit already told me. You don't got to admit it to me. Both of y'all are stubborn. Y'all have control issues. And it's like, I hate your stinking guts, okay? Alfalfa. It's the alfalfa energy. But when it's good, it's good. But when it be bad, don't it be bad? It be real bad. That's how much alike you both are. You know, you may not feel like you're that bad, but in your own ways, you guys have that same competitive spirit, okay? Forming a solid foundation. So these are some serious times. These are the building blocks to forming a foundation that is really strong, because you're able to see, like, you know what? What am I really mad about? What am I mad about? And a lot of us, we get on our self-love journey as a way to run away from the person that may have the ability to, you know, make us feel weak. And, you know, that's just that sweet spot, okay? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know you got that person that you just have that sweet spot for, and you may tend to accept their apology, you know, and your spirit guides is saying alchemy. Alchemy. What I told you, playing games. What's the score, what's the score? I heard, what's the score, Taurus? Are you up one? We have distance, time out, retreat. Like I said, the distance, this no contact energy is coming to a close. All right. Because like the energy from the past is like, it's stuffy. You know what I'm saying? It's really getting stuffy in here. And the only thing left is isolation, loneliness. Look at that. Cuddling in reverse. There's no one there. There's no love. You know, just sitting and pondering on these thoughts. Like I said, you got to communicate. You got to talk. All right, I do feel like someone is like, they're having negative thoughts as well. And I feel like the thoughts that they're having is they feel like, oh, Taurus, you may want to be single so you could be with someone else. And I feel like that's this person's lack of, it's not insecurity. This person's negative thought starts to creep up. Okay? Or your negative thought starts to creep up because you're not giving that Five of Swords energy any place to express itself. You know, it's sabotage. And then before you know it, the both of you going to lash out. You're going to accuse each other of things and say, oh, I know that this is what you're trying to do, X, Y, and Z. But really, that's not your intuition talking. That's your own Five of Swords deceiving yourself. Because there's some inner child healing that has to happen. And then feeling defeated because they done fucked up their reputation. They done looked deeply into something or you. And now y'all done popped off this revenge. Okay, now you said something to hurt me. Now you accuse me of something. And I'm not going to say shit to you. I'm not going to say nothing to you. I'm not going to speak to you. I'm going to act like you're not even there. That's what's brewing in this energy. But the cord is still there. No matter where you go. We got control tactics, which is also the Five of Swords energy. That's real uncomfortable. Every time I see this, I'm like, who putting their foot on somebody's neck? Look at that. Family. What is your why? Why are y'all doing this? Remember why you decided to even embark on a relationship together. And for those of you that are about to get into a relationship, they want you to remember why you started, because what's not resolved now is only going to carry over into the next project, the next relationship, the next business partnership. And before you know it, It's like trying to get you to see it and see the mirror reflection. When will my reflection show who I am inside? Getting to know each other. Getting to know you. I'm hearing all these songs. Lord of mercy. Fears. Quality time. Past life. So you guys have some past life cords that have followed you into this lifetime with reconciliation. So let's say in this lifetime you have a lot of karmic cords connected to a person. So in a past life you could have been each other's brothers. In a past life you could have been each other's parents. Whatever it is, those cords, those experiences are in this present reality, and they come up, all right, like old totems being brought back to the forefront. There's a purpose behind all of this. I do feel like it's supposed to be some type of new beginning here, a new spark, but those cords are going to make it difficult to embark on this new journey or this north node until those cords are dealt with. And I feel like, look at that, karmic justice, balance. You got to make it right. All right, the rose-colored glasses. This is like running from yourself, okay? Especially divine feminine. Spirit is saying this is meant to be a blessing in disguise for you. But you have to be able to see that. You have to be able to release. Give all that fire, all that passion, a creative space to express itself. Because if you don't, well, it got to come out in one way. And if it ain't coming out, it's going to come out your mouth. Just letting you know. You're going to say something you don't want to say. Yep, growing cold. Trying not to be intimate. Look at that. Venus energy in reverse. Let's read Venus energy. You are deeply connected to a fount of love, affection, and robust sensuality, bringing otherworldly pleasures. So you are denying yourself of yourself. Spirit is saying it's time to be honest. It's time to be honest with yourself. Where did you pick this up at? Okay? I feel like if you were going to go get therapy, that's where they would start. They're going to go all the way back to your childhood. They're going to ask you questions about that. Because in order to understand here, we got to understand that. And some of you, it's past life. Your Akashic records. It holds all the answers, all the keys, and the advice that you need to really hone in on that lifetime, okay? Two of Pentacles. Hot and cold. It's complicated. Back and forth. Unexplainable. Break up to make up. Getting to know you. The Lovers. Come through, Spirit. Let me turn that off. It's a very, very popular song. There's some healing that has to happen here. Some soul searching that needs to happen. You got to go deep into the thick of it. Two of Pentacles. See, there's a problem here. Because I feel like you barely have time to really juggle all your other responsibilities. And you feel like you don't have enough time to really... You won't have really a lot of time to take a break for yourself. Because you have work, you have your own personal needs, you have responsibilities, with your own personal life going on. And then they're trying to throw in another pentacle. Where are you ever going to have time? That's what I feel like. You're trying to save yourself heartache. You're trying to save yourself headaches. You're trying to save yourself a dead-end road. But this has a lot to do with suspicion. This has a lot to do with, inquisition as well. I feel like the investigation of yourself is very necessary throughout this season. The Ace of Cups. Yeah, it's time for you to experience your love. Right behind this karmic energy, this lesson is victory. Right behind this karmic lesson. Okay, and hear me when I say karmic lesson. Because this is reciprocity. This is giving and receiving. This is charity. This is generosity. Right behind all of that energy is victory. A very major cycle with a person ends. And like I said, cycles are chapters in an ever, ever telling story. So it's not just, the whole damn person, Taurus, because we're all recycled energy. There's something about that spirit wants to enlighten you about. Look at that. Ascended Masters. Self-mastery, Ascended Master, charisma, charm, romanticism. I'm seeing someone cringe at the thought of someone like serenading them. Like, ooh, that is a trigger. It triggers some type of inner fears. Being too clingy, being too needy is also a trigger for another person. We have philosophy, releasing karma. What did I say? Releasing karma. Patience. This is why divine timing is here. If you run into a new situation and that karmic situation isn't properly closed, what happens? What has time showed you over and over again? When that karmic energy or lesson isn't learned, it will repeat itself. And then you're wondering why shit is running amok. And then you're wondering why all this has happened. What's in your Chiron? What's in your Chiron in your birth chart? What patterns can you identify that you possess? Broken heart. Financial constraints. Okay, so there's something that happens when you start to feel like your money's going down. You start to feel like you're losing, or certain unwarranted or undesirable experiences start to come your way. It starts to create panic. That panic starts to make you wonder who is the culprit as to why I gotta find the source. Who's the source? Enigma. What does that mean? Hold on. The thinking woman. Yep, Queen of Swords energy. Hold on. My phone is overheating. Ba, 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 ba. I'm loving it. We're not going to be here this long because damn, 43 minutes? Okay. I just be getting into it. Okay, so Enigma. Alright, someone could be working for the music industry. Enigma. But enigma is a person or thing that is mysterious, puzzling, or difficult to understand. So this could be you, Taurus. You could be difficult to understand. You could be puzzling, mysterious, or this could be your person. Whatever it is, you both desire the same thing, but it's that karmic pattern of dealing with people from the past or with this person in a past life, of wondering what's going through that person's mind when they're extremely mysterious, or they leave a person wondering, or it's hard to understand you or them. It's going to take patience. It gets better with time, but blaming each other will not solve the problem. You have to get help if you need help. You have to seek help. Okay? But these are obstacles to overcome. And Spirit is saying it does not matter whether it is with this person or another person or another person. There is something about warrior spirit. Okay, you may have a lot of fire in your chart. It's an element to you that is very like warrior energy, passionate, fearless, possibly even self-destructive. You know what I'm saying? Six of Swords. All right. She's a runner. She's a track star. She gonna run away when it gets hard. I'm laughing. I'm laughing because this is what someone is expecting you to do. They feel like, here we go. Here you go again, Taurus. Got one foot in and one foot out. Okay? But what this person doesn't understand is those thoughts is going to fuck them up. Or your thoughts, Taurus, is going to fuck you up. But I feel like there's an enigma here. Difficult to understand. Alright? King of Cups energy, Justice, and the Four of Swords. Alright, so like I said, this is, someone is, like I said, I can't discern if it's you or someone else, or it could be the both of you. But there's this insecurity, there's this inner fear that based off of past events of a relationship or a prior relationship, when you see certain responses to situations, whether this be a person not responding to their phone on time, whether this be a person like clamming up and retreating into their shell, your mind starts to spin different narratives, and then you start to project, right? And what happens when you project? Oh, you still want to be with that person, or oh, I'm not good enough. There's these energies of feeling like, oh, you don't want to commit, or you have this issue. All of it is looking at everything from the glass half empty. Okay, this is about spending many lifetimes or multiple lifetimes dealing with the Casanova type of energy, vice versa. It doesn't feel like it's just this lifetime. It feels like you've been betrayed more than one time, or you felt betrayed more than one time in regards to love, in regards to people. And so you have your eyes peeled for a certain personality trait, a certain behavior trait. And look at that. You start looking at this from this perspective. Oh, I know where this is going. I know where this is going to end. I know how this is going to happen. Let me focus on myself because this person is going to hurt me. And by natural order, as a man thinketh, so he becomes, right? So eventually what happens is you're going to get exactly what you're looking for, or that person going to get exactly what they're looking for. And then y'all be singing another sad love song. Oh, baby, 'cause it's all because of you. And then y'all be pointing the finger and blaming each other. But the truth is, you got a lot of personalities, Taurus. Okay, I'm seeing here. The truth is, there's a lot of people up there. Okay, a lot of personalities. Maybe you got a lot of personalities, and you got a lot, or you got a lot of enemies, and you don't know who you could trust. Period. But something is manifesting. Something is manifesting, and it feels like an argument. It feels like an argument is brewing. Or a lack of patience, irritation. I don't understand you. It's frustration. And then it's going to be a lashing out. Look at that Tower and Temperance. Here we go again. Here we go again. So Taurus, that is the message that I have for you. Spirit is saying, don't ignore the elephant in the room. Don't ignore the Five of Swords energy. When you feel it stirring up, Give it a place. Give it a reason. A reason why we're here. And let's get you your last chord. One time for the people. Spirits, what's the last message? It's hot. We have dog. Dog, Taurus, puppy. Today, I will love without condition. My energy and enthusiasm are an inspiration. I choose to be happy. I am a protector and a friend. Bottom of the deck, we have Heron. And it says patience. Create a place in nature's stillness and be rewarded. Take time alone to find balance. Step confidently towards your purpose. Patience will bring you rewards. Taurus, I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.